So I just click this button, create campaign. Now it's asking me for a name. So IOPM, that's just Ideal Online Profit Model. Okay. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on this one I'm going to target groups that or interests having to do with SEO, just to see, because I think like people who are doing SEO, they're either people who run SEO companies or they're people who are looking to make money online. And it may be a total flop, but we'll see how it goes. So that's, I'm going to name that just so I can keep track. Okay. And then it's going to be an auction campaign. In other words, I'm going to bid. I'm just going to set my daily budget for $6. And what I'm doing is I'm going to run probably 5 or 6 of these at one time, different targets with the same ad, just to see which one performs better. And there's all kinds of different ways to target these things. You can do it according to interest. You can do it according to zip code. You can buy scraper tools that'll go into Facebook and scrape the user IDs for particular groups, and you can just target those specific people. Right now I'm just doing it according to interest because I'm getting a click-through rate around 1%, and I'm getting leads. Like yesterday I was getting leads for under $2 a piece. So right now I'm just trying to tweak that a little bit and see if I can get better value out of it. So I'm just going to put $6 a day instead of say 50, because if I'm running 5 or 6 campaigns and each one's eating up $6 a day, that can get pretty expensive just to test, you see. So that's the campaign. Now there's no save button or anything on here, it just automatically saves it. Now I've highlighted over here on the left that new campaign, and now what I do is I just go over here to adverts, and then I create advert. And I'm going to make the advert just one CPC SEO, and 1 is just the number of the advert in this campaign. On the off chance that for some reason I decide to add another one that I don't know about. The CPC just tells me I'm going to be doing cost per click and not cost per impressions. And the SEO just gives me a general idea of what types of targets I'm going to select for my audience. The audience being, you see here, audience. Who's going to see the ad? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to have a spreadsheet for each one of these, right? And you can mock this up yourself, but basically, if you look at this other campaign that I just put up, I put the link. I start with the link, and then the date, the cost per click, cost per impressions if I'm doing impressions, right? How many impressions, how many clicks, how many unique clicks, how many opt-ins did I get, what was the click-through rate. I want to track all this information. This is not a tutorial on tracking, but I'm just showing you what I do. And then what I do is I put the ad over here, right? So this is the identifier for the ad itself, right? And then this is all the information that I just went over that's in these post-page link ads. And I'll show you how to do that in a second, but it's basically the advert name, the URL, the post text, the link headline, the link caption, the description. You need all those things written. And I just plug them in here. Now this is, it just says email verification required. If I double click on it, it'll show me the whole copy of the ad. This way I can always go back and I can see exactly what was in the ad, and if something gets better or worse and I want to change it, it's right there for me to do so. Right? Over here, in this column, and stuff isn't fitting in all these columns, but at the top here, I'm basically give a general, what was my target, what locations. I don't know if you can see this, pretty small here. Let me blow this up. Okay, USA, Canada, UK, Australia, ages, $6 per day, targets. And then these are literally the interests that I've targeted on this particular ad. Okay, so we'll save this. We'll go back to the Power Editor and we'll walk you through. But that's basically the name of the ad. And what I do with this is on my landing page. Let me just show you the landing page here. So this is the page that they're landing on, and basically if you look here in the browser, you'll see that I've got a special landing page set up just for this Facebook, just for these Facebook ads. Okay. Now, there's better ways to track these, but what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to get an idea of what's going to work and what I'm going to stick with long term for this particular free book offer. Right. So what I did is I created a separate landing page just for this particular campaign. It's FB, okay, which is different from my home page. So this is a different contact form than what would be found on my home page of my site. And then I put the question mark, you know, the slash, the question mark, and then the name of the advert. And what will happen is everybody who subscribes here, when I get the notification from my Aweber, it'll show me the link that they subscribe from, and it'll show me this whole thing. So what I can do is I can just go on my email and I can search for advert name, and I can see how many people came on in any one particular advert. Now, this is just for like the testing phase on these ads, because Facebook will give you a conversion tracking code and a pixel, and you can take the pixel and put it on your thank you page. So when people opt in, it'll automatically track it for you. That's just, I'm not going to do that much work just to test each of these ads, because some of these ads may be gone in 4 hours because I see that they've gotten 10 clicks and no opt-ins, you see. I'm just trying to do it quickly. But you do need some way to be able to track and see, you know, are you getting any subscribers from it at all, you know, or how's it going? If you don't have that, you're never going to know what ads are performing or not. Okay, so that's how I do that. Just a quick tracking thing. Okay. So anyway, let's go back to this. What did we do? We created a campaign, right? We clicked campaigns. We clicked create campaign. The campaign populated over here. We clicked adverts. We clicked create advert, and that's where we are now. We've named the advert. That's all that we've done so far. Once we've logged into the Power Editor. Here we're going to open this up and we're going to tell it what is our objective, what are we trying to do. Now, again, this was so confusing the day. I mean, I spent a whole entire day from morning to bedtime trying to figure all this stuff out. And it seems like it wouldn't take that long, but you don't know what it seems like it make a website convert. Oh, clicks to my website, that's what I want. So you go in there and you're trying to make what you want, and you just can't figure out how to do it, and you end up having to start all over and research and everything like that. So page post engagement is basically what we want for these newsfeed ads. Okay. Now you see here what it's doing is it's showing me a preview of the last ad that I submitted for a post page engagement. And what you're looking at, excuse me, this is an unpublished page post. So I have a page in Facebook. It's called AlanCousins.com, fan page. And this would, if I went into AlanCousins.com and I published this, you would see that right on my fan page. But I don't want that, because I don't want to post the same post on my fan page over and over and over again just to test ads. So they have something called an unpublished post. Okay. Now it's automatically populating this, but it's going to ask you which fan page you want to use. Okay. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a fan page that fits the offer that you're making, because it will display the logo here. And just to be straight up with you, it's probably going to take you a whole, several hours to go through. If you've never done this before, never done any Facebook advertising, it's probably going to take you several hours just to get through this and get comfortable with it, and screw it up and delete your ad and start over. But it's worth it if it's producing results in the end, right? So now I've selected which page. This is showing me the last one that I did. I'm not interested in that. Right above that it says create new unpublished post right here. And if you look here, what you see is the same thing I was showing you here. The URL, the post text, the link headline, the link caption. Okay, so all I have to do now is I just have to change my advert name on my link. Actually, that's not right. I just realized that I have to change my link on the other one. Okay. So let's plug that in there. See, I'm still, it's like the details. So I didn't have this little FB in here, that last advert that I created, the one that I got the approval on while I was recording this video. And so that ad I was sending to the wrong page. So I had to pause the recorder, go and I had my Facebook open, I just clicked on it, clicked delete, and deleted it. Okay. So no big deal. But these are the types of things you'll run into. And you see here there's a typo. I got one too many slashes. So there's a lot of little things that you can screw up. I've actually ran one of these ads. I ran one of these ads and I was going to the wrong link. There was a typo in the link and I ate up I don't know how many clicks. But anyway, the post text I've already written. I've already checked for typos. The link headline. Whoop. Come on. Click below to grab your free copy. To go there. Link caption. Description. Okay, and then it wants a image. So you click upload image, it'll allow you to select a file, go into my Facebook images. And these images are wider than they are tall, so sometimes you have to do a screen capture to get the image just right. They're not particular about excuse me, about the size too much. Yawning on you. They're not too particular about the size, but the dimensions, if they're not right, that'll stretch it kind of funky. So when I click create post, what you're going to see is you're going to see the power editor is going to automatically upload to Facebook the new campaign with the new ad. It's going to take just a couple seconds, so here we go. Okay, so it's done there. Now, this is actually not what the ad looks like. If I click right column, that's what it would look like if it were a right column ad, but I'm not going to be doing that. And here's what the full thing would look like. So again, just in terms of what we did, the URL, that's, you don't see that, but that's when they click this, or the image, that's where they go, is the URL. The post text is this gray section at the top. The link headline is the bold blue right here. The link caption is right underneath that, and the description is this bottom section. Okay, and of course the image.